Hey there everyone, and welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Arcade2TV-XR control panel from Xarcade. Now, I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these for quite some time now. Finally was able to pick one up over the holiday season. This is a product that's been out for the better part of a year now, but for those of you out there who haven't jumped in and haven't picked one up yet, you might be wondering, is it still worth picking up in 2026? Well, I'm going to try to answer that question for you guys right after this. Alright everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out today's video. If this happens to be your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscription button, click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video, give this one a thumbs up, and leave a comment below if you want to be part of the conversation. So I've had my eye on this Arcade2TV-XR Tankstick for quite some time now. Been wanting to pick one up for a while. Now I'm going to be honest with you, I know several of my fellow YouTubers, content creators, were reached out to by Xarcade. They were given these products to check out for review. So I decided I might as well reach out myself and see if I can get my hands on one. Well, after a little bit of back and forth, unfortunately at this time they're not doing review units anymore. However, they were kind enough to offer me a 50% discount on it. So I figured, what the heck, and decided to dive in. So thank you to Xarcade for offering me that special discount so I could get my hands on this and check this out. So when I purchased this, I decided to go for the full bundle. That includes the Tankstick itself, the stand for it, and the upcoming haptics kit. Now again, I know several people have gotten their hands on the haptics kit already. I'm in the batch now at this point that I'm probably not going to get it till around April, so I'll be back with another review later on once I get the haptics kit. But for now, let's just take a look at the Tankstick itself and what you get and what you can do with it. And we'll start with a quick unboxing.
All right, so here we are with the Xarcade Arcade2TV-XR, aka the Tankstick VR. I think I'm just going to call it Tankstick VR for most of the rest of this video just to keep it easy. Comes in two boxes. You got the bigger box here is going to be the control panel itself, whereas the smaller and much heavier box is actually the pedestal stand that it's going to go on. So if you buy you can buy just the control panel by itself. I went with the combo for the control panel and the pedal stand as well. In addition, when I purchased this, I did also pre-order the haptics kit for this. So that'll be a separate video later on when that comes out. I'm in, I don't know if it's the second wave or the official first wave. I know a lot of people have gotten this who are other content creators who got it sent out to them. This I purchased, but as I said, it was a 50% discount that Xarcade offered to me to get this. So I decided to go ahead and pre-order the haptics kit at the same time to take advantage of that 50% discount across everything. But let's do a quick unboxing and take a look at what you get, and then we'll put the pedestal together and check everything out. So starting off, we'll take a look at the control panel itself. So opening up the box, you can see there's a few things included with this. So starting off, there's this box on top, which comes with all the accessories you need. You've got the instruction manual here. Comes with a few different cables. You've got a USB-A to USB-C cable. You've got a USB-A to, I believe this is a USB-B cable. I know you see these a lot for some printers and different things, but this is going to be used to hook to the control panel somehow. Figure it out as we get into everything. There is this cable here as well. Again, we'll have to see how all of this stuff connects as we go through. There's a bag here of what look to be some little switches of some kind. I don't know if those are just extras or if those are an unnecessary component. I guess we'll have to wait as we get into everything. You've got this connector as well. And I believe you got USB A on this side, and then it looks like a VGA style controller on this side. And I believe this is for connecting to some additional connectors that you can buy for hooking this up to consoles like PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, things like that. We've also got this little dongle here, which looks like it's USB-C to USB-C. I think this is also for connecting to different consoles and things. Power brick, which is always nice to see as well. That's going to be good for powering the control panel and the lights for the pedestal. And then, of course, another really cool thing is they give you some optional gates here for the joysticks, which is really cool. So if you want like an octagonal, you got looks like a 4-way and a circular gate, so you can swap out gates on the joysticks if you want, which is also very cool. And yes, there are 2 of each gate, so you get 1 for each joystick on the control panel, which is very nice that they did that. And then, of course, the only other thing in the box is the control panel itself. And I gotta tell you, when they call these things tank sticks, they ain't kidding. This thing feels built. I don't know how else to say it. It is built. It is not cheap plastic. It does not feel flimsy or fragile at all. This thing feels like it can take a beating, but we'll know more once I get into everything and, really start playing around with it. And then, of course, there's the second box, which I said was the heavier of the 2, and that's because it contains all the parts needed to put together for the pedestal, which for the most part is all metal. So yeah, heavy. Again, probably going to be really good construction, well built, but we'll have to see as we get it together. So of course they give you this nice packaging with all the nuts and bolts and screws and Allen wrenches. You even get this screwdriver here in case you don't have one of your own that you can use, which has these wrench ends to it. Makes it really nice and easy to have one tool to tighten everything down. And then the instruction booklet to put everything together. And then, of course, everything else in the box, all the pieces to put the pedestal together. I'm not going to take each individual piece out and look at it. That would be kind of silly. We're just going to put it together and see how it comes out after that.
So this cable here connects the control panel to the RGB light sign on the pedestal. And then the USB-C cable that it comes with is used to power the control panel and the RGB lights. You can plug it all in using the power brick that comes with the control panel. You can cycle through different colors for the lights in the sign by pressing the X in the middle of the control panel.
All right, now that I have the control panel all set up on the pedestal, everything's plugged in, everything looks good. Let's go over some of the features on here before I get into showing off what you can do with this little bit of gameplay. In the middle here, you've got this touchpad. I already talked about the X button here, which is used to control the RGB lights of the sign. On either side here, you've got a Player 1 turbo button to turn turbo mode on and off for each individual player. You've also got a mode button for Player 1 and Player 2. This is to change the mode of the control panel to put it in X input, D input, or keyboard mode. If you don't really know what that means, don't worry too much about it. For the most part, everything's going to work as is. If you find you're having trouble getting this connecting and working right with whatever system you're trying to play it with, maybe try changing the mode and see if that helps. Now, of course, this being a arcade style control panel, you've got plenty of buttons, joysticks, things like that. You've got your joystick here, which primarily is set up as an 8-way joystick. Of course, this does come with those gates, so you can change it to a 4-way, an octagonal, or a circle if you want. You have to open everything up to get at that, but it is something you can do. You've got your buttons here. You've got 8 for each side here, and they are nice and clicky. They sound pretty good. Of course, in the middle, you've also got a trackball that really spins very, very well. You've also got Player 1 and Player 2 buttons here, and on the side of the control panel are buttons as well. Now, those are primarily used for pinball. Talk about that a little bit later, but I do want to just say something really quick about the controls used in this control panel, such as the spinner, the buttons, and things like that. These were provided by Glenn Plenamento, GRS, and they are really, really good. I mean, this trackball feels good. Like I said, it really spins well, very free spinning, which is great. The buttons on here, which are decent buttons. I wouldn't say they're, the greatest buttons in the world, but they do have his switches on them, which are rated for like 1 million clicks. So you shouldn't have any problems with them not working at all. And, the joystick, again, just a very simple standard joystick, but nothing that I think anybody is going to have any complaints about. Now, you may also notice there is a huge open space here, and then these 2 holes on the side. Now, X-Arcade has come out with a haptics kit for this. If you get the haptics kit, it's going to replace this big open space here with a speaker for the haptics, as well as some internal things. When I get mine, I'll go through that and show that to you guys as well. For the 2 holes here, you've got a couple of options for these. They do sell an add-on kit for this that you could actually put spinners into these. So if you wanted to play games that required spinners, something that the control panel doesn't come with, you could add them onto this and have that as an addition as well. The other thing that this is used for is for VR. Now, this is called the Tankstick VR for a reason. This is designed to work with VR games. You do get access to 2 games when you buy this. You get access to Arcade Rangers, which is a virtual arcade where you can play different arcade games. It comes with a bunch of different games that you can play. You can even add your own ROMs to play real arcade games in this and use this just like you're standing at the control panel for a real arcade. In addition, this also works with pinball effects for playing pinball games. And that's what these two buttons on the side are really used for, is for the flippers of the pinball. And when you're playing that with the VR headset, you're going to put your controllers in these two holes so that the control panel knows where you are in relative in space to where the control panel is, so that everything lines up and works perfectly. I've tried it. It's fantastic. I may do a separate video on that to show off some of the pinball effects and how some of that works. For now, I just want to go over the features of the control panel and then show off a little bit of just standard gameplay using this. But overall, again, really solid build, really good. I am super impressed with how this has come out. All right, so I've got the control panel hooked up to a Raspberry Pi running RetroPie. Got a bunch of different systems in here. I'm just going to basically stick with MAME to show off some arcade games and different things on this, just to give you guys kind of an idea of how well this works playing arcade games. So let's start out with one of my favorites, Donkey Kong Jr. So I've got coin in mapped to the little button on the side here. Like I said, this is usually used as the flipper button for pinball. But for me, it's coin in, and then we'll hit player 1, and we'll get started. Come on, come on, come on. Gotcha. Come on, you guys, move out of the way. And there we go, got the key. So there we go, little Donkey Kong for you. All right, let's try a little Centipede next. See how the trackball works. Throw a coin in, get started, and away we go. And you can change the sensitivity of the trackball on this if you feel like it's a little too much or too little, depending. But it seems to work really well. And there we go. Check out another one real quick. This is Metal Slug.
Metal Slug X.
Okay, Metal Slug X. But here we go. Let's get started.
Mission 1, start.
Just play a little bit of this.
Thank you. Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun.
Get this thing out. There we go.
Thank you.
Bomb.
Thank you.
Get some bananas. Throw a bomb at that guy. There we go. Can't get up to him. Just keep going.
Enemy chaser.
And there we go. First round done. But there you go, that's a little Metal Slug for you. All right, so here we are playing a little bit of Super Mario World. Wow. There you go, got the coin. Everything works just as well playing some console games. Ah. And now we got the flower. All right, and there we go. Through one level of Mario World. But like I said, as you can see, works great.
So there you have it, my look at the X-Arcade Arcade2TV-XR, aka Tankstick VR. Gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying it so far. Plays the games really well built. Nice, solid construction. This thing does not feel cheap at all. And of course, one of the big features of this that I really didn't hit on in this particular video, but I'll cover that in another one, is the VR aspect of it. So I'll get into that another time, but I got to tell you, that is so much fun as well. So as I said in the beginning of this video, this product has been out for the better part of a year yet. And maybe some of you are thinking, should I bother picking it up? Well, I got to tell you, this, to me, definitely worth it. If you're an avid old school gamer, you like playing games like I just showed off through RetroPie or things like that, or you could even hook this up to consoles like your PlayStation, your Switch, things like that, I think this is 100% worth it. I do want to say thank you one more time to X-Arcade for offering me a 50% discount on the purchase of this Tankstick. 100% worth it, like I said. All right, so before I wrap up this video, I did just want to jump over to the X-Arcade website to show off the product to you, where you can order it. Of course, there will be a link in the video description to this for you as well. But going over to the X-Arcade website, you can see here, this is the Arcade2TV-XR landing page. You've got a couple of options here. You can get the bundle, that is the control panel with the pedestal, like I showed throughout this review. Normally $4.99. They have it knocked down $100 to $3.99. If you just wanted the Tankstick itself, that goes for $2.99. If you just want to pick up the pedestal, that's $99. If you want to get the full-on bundle, including the haptics kit, which is going to come out a little later on this year, normally $6.99, $100 off, $5.99. And if you already own this and you want to pick up the haptics kit that's coming out later on this year, that'll be $200. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did get something out of it, if you did enjoy it, please go ahead, leave me a like, leave me a thumbs up, leave me some comments below. Are you an owner of this Tankstick VR, and how are you enjoying it so far? Have you been considering the purchase but been holding off for whatever reason? Hopefully this helped you make a decision one way or another. Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that as well. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you could consider getting a membership. But that's all for now. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care and happy gaming.